And Sarah said to Abraham, "You're responsible for the wrong I'm suffering. I put my servant in your arms, and now she knows that she's pregnant. She despises me. May the Lord judge between you and me." And I just look at that and you just see it was Sarah's decision. She said, "This is what I'm going to do." She's like, "I can't wait any longer." And often I can relate to that. Sometimes we live, and increasingly we're living in a world that's just quick fix, quick downloads, quick everything. Just everything's quick. And sometimes when you have to wait for something, you're just like, come on, when's it going to happen? And she decided that, she was going to have a quick fix here. Well, if God's going to give us the son, I'm getting on a bit now. Do you know what I mean? What's going to happen? And she had a quick fix. She took a shortcut, if you like. And what, I find in that is God allowed that shortcut to happen. He didn't have to allow Hagar to get pregnant. But he did. Sometimes, God will allow us to make that mistake. But in our mistakes, Hagar later was blessed, But at the same time, although she took this shortcut, God's plan was still going to come. It was still going to be fulfilled. And I find that as well, some of you may know for the last sort of 6 to 9 months, I had difficulty in my job, and one day it was like this, one day it was like that, and actually I got to the point, I was like, I've actually had enough of this is ridiculous. And you're in the waiting period, and you don't know how long the waiting period is, but it came, and things worked out how they should be. But I could have, in fact, I probably tried to have quick fixes during that time and think, right, how can we speed this up or whatever, but God had his timing, and his timing was perfect. Further on from that, we see, Sarah had taken this quick fix approach. But later on in Genesis 18, we see that, Sarah's promise that the angels come to Abraham and say, look, you're going to have a son. And Sarah overhears this, and the 2 words that really stood out to me is Sarah laughed. But not only did she laugh, she denied that she laughed. Because why did you laugh? I didn't laugh. But she did, and I don't know about me, but I kind of laughed when I read that, because I was like, that's often like how we are when God perhaps says he's going to do something. Like, come on, God, seriously, how's that going to happen? She, as we know, she was older in her years, and she's thinking, how am I going to have a baby, as they say? And I often think, that's another aspect. We doubt that God can come through in situations, and I was doubtful in these last months. Like, how is this going to work out? I don't understand. And even some of the things that God's placed on my heart that are maybe taking longer than I thought they would are for a reason. We have to be patient and to wait for these things. But later on we see in Genesis 21, verse 1 to 7, it says, "Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah as he said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abram in his old age, at the very time God had promised him. Abram gave him the name Isaac to the son Sarah bore him. When his son Isaac was 8 days old, Abraham circumcised him as God commanded him. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Sarah said, God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me. And she added, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children, yet I had borne him a son in his old age? And just in that last verse, it says, God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me. And I saw like a contrast there. First she laughed at the idea that this could happen. And she's almost now laughing at the idea of, why didn't I believe this could happen? And often we're like that, sometimes when God's plan, comes into being, we're like, why did I doubt? But it's just because we want things now, we want it this way, we want it our way, and that's often the way it is. And I don't know what it is for you, whether you're doubting God's going to come through for you in something, or someone you've been praying for a long time, what it is that's going on with you. I know that I have, if any, the Gordon family, that some of the boys are quite, they're a crazy bunch really. Not many of them are Christians, but there's one I've really been drawn to, one of my uncles, and for a good chunk of my life I was petrified of the guy, was just like, you're always going to be like this and you're never going to change and blah, blah, blah. But actually, I've really been drawn to pray for him, and I've been praying for him for a long time now. And sometimes you don't see changes happen and you're just thinking, well, can he ever change? And then you get checked in your spirit that actually, well, I see the way I've changed in things and the way that, for example, when my parents moved and all that kind of thing. God does things in our lives and there are small changes over a period of time. And I've seen this in this family member of mine, and God's timing is perfect. Whatever he wants to do in my uncle will happen in his time. And I've seen, due to family situations that have gone on over the past couple of years, small changes happen, but it's in God's time. And really, I just encourage you in whatever it is that, don't doubt what's going to, I know we doubt it's going to happen, but trust in what God has said. Sarah eventually saw what God had promised. God did promise her the son, and she had the son, maybe 90 years later, but it was in his perfect timing. And we may try the shortcuts. We're human, we make mistakes, but God doesn't, he loves us in spite of those mistakes. It says when we were still sinners, Christ died for us. He didn't wait until we were like this or like that. We were still sinners. And God is faithful even when we make those mistakes. And I had a verse that I just wanted to finish with. I think it's on there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Which one?
Hebrews 11. It says, by faith Abram, even though he was past age, and Sarah herself was barren, was unable to become a father, because he considered him faithful who made the promise. And the key words for me there were by faith. It was written in the scriptures, Sarah and Abraham were listed in that hall of faith, if you like. It happened, and it just really encouraged me that no matter what's going on in our lives, and no matter how sometimes we get really anxious or impatient, that God's plan will still be fulfilled, no matter how many different routes we take or how many mistakes we make.
Amen. Powerful stuff so far today. It's just as I'm sitting back there, just seeing folks using gifts that God has put on their hearts and is stretching them at times and yet challenging each of us in the midst of it. And it's just awesome to be part of church when God is using people in such a way. And so we've heard two good messages, and that leaves Raymond. So Raymond, come on.
Talk about putting the pressure on. Still, at least we've had two good messages. I'll apologise in advance. You may see I'm a bit stained here. I've not been dribbling or dozing off while the other two have been talking. But, Grace has now got 8 teeth. And this button is the thing she wanted to practice using these teeth on to keep her quiet. I just let her do it. That's not a habit I'll get into. She gets older though. Well, today I'm going to talk a tiny little bit about this chap here, G.K. Chesterton, because I don't know if he's a hero of faith, but he's certainly he causes me to think quite a lot, and he's helped me in my faith. So I'm going to talk about him for a little bit and tell you some of the things that have been on my mind. G.K. Chesterton, Gilbert Keith Chesterton, and he lived between 1874 and 1936. Something about that struck me when I was writing that down is that I was born in 1974, and I thought, do you know what, 2036 doesn't seem like all that far away. I don't really like that very much as I put that down. But yeah, so hopefully I'll do a little bit better than him. Anyway, he was one of the most prolific writers of his day. He published over 4,000 essays. He was a regular newspaper columnist, 5 novels, 200 short stories, plays, poetry, the whole lot. His writing influenced a wide range of people: Mahatma Gandhi, Michael Collins, C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis, as an atheist, read Chesterton and was profoundly moved by his writing, and actually said, a young man who wished